This video is going to explain the different types of interview questions. So the first type are close-ended questions. These are questions like, what's your name, what's your title, how long have you been at Skyline, all of which can be answered with one word or single responses. So if you interviewed me completely like this, what you might get is, what's your name? Nancy. What's your title? Professor. How long have you been at Skyline College? Not going to say. Do you like working here? Yes. So in other words, if you do only close-ended questions, you may find that the person you're interviewing is not very talkative and your questions won't elicit any further responses from them. And by the way, if you're doing radio or TV, that's particularly bad. So, stay away from the close-ended questions except for moments where you really need to get a specific answer from somebody, like their name, for example. Open-ended questions will elicit much broader, richer responses. And these are questions like, to what extent do you like being a teacher? Rather than asking me, do I like being a teacher, which I can respond to just with a yes or no answer, to what extent, tacked on to that, forces me into a larger response. Another example might be, what are the positive aspects of working at Skyline? Now I have to tell you more than just a one-word answer. Another example, why do you like working at Skyline? Or why don't you like working at Skyline? Which, by the way, I do like working at Skyline. So all of these open-ended questions force the interviewee to say more. Now, there are times to go to close-ended questions. When you are asking somebody something specific, again, like their name, you don't want to dance around it. You don't want to say, to what extent can you tell me your name? You don't want to try any of that. Just ask them, what is your name? Likewise, if you have to ask them a tough question, just, ask it. Did you steal the money? You're not going to dance around that. So open-ended questions will elicit more answers, but closed-ended questions work for certain types of situations. Finally, there are non-question questions, and that's when you don't even ask a question at all. You just say something like, tell me about your average day working as an advisor, or describe your job. And those can lead to very full, rich answers as well, and oftentimes, especially for radio or television, the non-question questions can force the person who's responding into a full sentence response, which is especially nice. So those are the three types. Work with all three.